We have some absolutely breaking news for cryptocurrencies. So, just moments ago, the Bitcoin ETF started to be traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and it's starting to make some big moves. Not only is that happening, we are starting to see Bitcoin continue to pump, which this is very, very interesting because the last several events for Bitcoin, when Coinbase was listed, we thought would be a bullish event. It was a bullish event leading up to the actual news, and then it was a buy the rumor, sell the news event. So we've seen many buy the rumor, sell the news events for Bitcoin. When there's Bitcoin futures, CME futures, all different types of bullish news events actually cause pretty significant corrections for the price of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. But what is very interesting right this very moment is that we are starting to see Bitcoin actually just previously break a high. Not only is that, but we are just a couple of percents away from the all-time highs. If Bitcoin breaks the all-time highs today, or even this very weekend, which I think is very likely today or in the next couple of days, we could see a dramatic increase in effect in the entire crypto market, including all of the altcoins, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu. So make sure you watch this emergency video until the very end. You cannot miss the information that I have in here for you today. What's up, Myles? It is ladies and gentlemen here. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss these time-sensitive videos where I call out huge plays way before they happen for free. If you want to get access to my trade alerts when I'm buying and selling cryptocurrencies, join my Patreon right now. The link is in my video description below for only $10 a month. In my Patreon, I have services where you can talk to me on the phone. I can build you a portfolio. Especially what we can do is we can look over your portfolio, see what things we need to change around so that you can make the most money possible in this crypto bull market. Also have a 5,000 member Discord. We have a huge community and people are making money. And right now, WEBULL is a great platform to buy and sell cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin or Cardano and others. All you have to do is deposit 1 penny and they will give you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300, which you can immediately sell. Just put a penny in there, put $1 in there, sell the free stocks, buy crypto with it, or send to your bank account. Try to see how much money you can get. The link for that will be in my video description below as well. And now, if you love cryptocurrencies, make sure you smash up the like button to an all-time high and let me know in the comments. Are you going to be taking profits this week? Because Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies, a lot of them have gone up quite significantly. Are you planning to take profits or are you continuing to hodl throughout this bull run? Let me know what you think below. But let's go ahead and get started. So Bitcoin last night ended up breaking a high of $63,316. We are literally like 3% away from the all-time high. Look at this. 2.57% from the all-time high. We know that when Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, which can happen literally in any second, that's how fast Bitcoin can move. When Bitcoin breaks the all-time high, there's not going to be a huge sell-off. Why would there be a sell-off at the all-time high? Because we have people that bought at the all-time highs. They're not going to be selling. No, they're going to try to ride this thing out for the profits. All-time high events are usually by the event. What happens is, as we have seen historically, whenever there is a level of resistance, which is just the same as a all-time high, whenever there is a level of resistance broken, that causes excitement, not only by retail investors, but by the whales, these institutions. What they do is once the all-time high is broken, which will be broken potentially today or in the next couple of days here very, very soon, they buy it because there's no longer a resistance level. There's no longer resistance. So there's literally no more stops. There's nothing preventing the price from going up any further. We are put into price discovery mode where a level of resistance will be made. I personally think, just based on this very pattern alone, look at this is like an inverse head and shoulders. We can see there's a couple of very bullish formations or psychological patterns that we see here. But look, if we do break past this with some volume, which means that we would have to get to about $65,000. If we get to $65,000, a likely price target, let me show you this, would be absolutely phenomenal. A likely price target could push us to $95,000. Doesn't mean we go to $95,000 one day. No, it could take a matter of weeks. It could take a month. It could take a couple of months. And that would be a good area to maybe consider taking profits before seeing a pullback, even if we get a pullback at that point. But what's really interesting is to see the Bitcoin price, especially Bitcoin as we're speaking right now, because it is Bitcoin season. Bitcoin is taking a lot of the show from the altcoins. That's why we're seeing Cardano and some of our favorite cryptocurrencies They go up and then come down, and they pretty much just stay at the same place. This is happening because it is Bitcoin season, which means this is the time that the whales are buying. This is the time that the whales are FOMOing in, that they're accumulating and getting set up for this massive bull run that's happening right before our very eyes. The last 20 days, Bitcoin has gone up without a single red day. That is extremely bullish. You have 20 plus green days in a row for a cryptocurrency. So overall, things are very, very bullish, but let's get into some news articles. Let me get into some really good information to show you. Check this out. So this guy, he's comparing this chart right here on the left is the 2013 bull run for Bitcoin. And we knew that other cryptocurrencies were in the bull run at that time with Bitcoin. But Bitcoin being the largest and the biggest cryptocurrency, controlling the cryptocurrency market, controlling the crypto ecosystem, we need to figure out what it's looking like, where it's going, and let's use some historical data to see, is Bitcoin going to make some big moves? Is it going to act according to how it used to move? Look at this, it's moving exactly as 2013. So look at this, 2013 to 2021, we see the April high followed by a crash, then we ended up getting a July bounce and an October breakout. Look at this, July bounce 2013, October breakout. The bottom right here is the RSI. The RSI is looking exactly the same, which basically just follows the price of Bitcoin. So here's the interesting thing that has not yet been filled, which is this red or purple or pink circle, right? Look at the RSI. We still have to fill the RSI bubble if we are going to move exactly according to 2013. We still have to fill this price bubble, which could potentially push us above $200,000 in a very, very short period of time, looking like before 2022. So Bitcoin could see $200,000 by Christmas. It's a very, very viable option here. But it's just whether Bitcoin goes to $200,000 by December is not necessarily important. Can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? It's very likely. I'm thinking Bitcoin, I would probably put more of a conservative estimate on Bitcoin, maybe like 150,000, 140,000. You know, a conservative estimate like that is still a huge move from this very position. But isn't it interesting how these cycles, they move according to how they used to? Each of these cycles, they move very, very similarly. And if it is to move very similarly, we can make a lot of money. That's why we need to have a portion of our portfolio in Bitcoin. That's why we need to have exposure to Bitcoin and also Ethereum. Right now, I personally, most of my portfolio is in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then a small allocation to the altcoins just for the next couple of months because it is Bitcoin season. Once Bitcoin season begins to wane, I will be letting people know in the Patreon. I will be letting you guys know at some point in my videos so that you can know when to switch your Bitcoin and Ethereum, the stronger percentage of your portfolio over to the altcoins, and then the altcoins will have their altcoin season. Then we go back to Bitcoin. It's going to be going back and forth to make the most money. So this is very interesting data as we are seeing. The next Bitcoin price crash will be shallower than 80%. So what we have seen in the previous bull cycles is we have seen 60% corrections, 80% corrections, and then again 60 and 80%. And then our previous bear market that we had a couple of months ago, if we want to call it bear market or a correction, whatever you want to call it, was only a 54%. So the corrections are getting smaller and smaller. And the volatility, if we take a look at this, the volatility is getting smaller and smaller. That is because there's institutions involved. That is because there's a lot of money now, over $1 trillion in Bitcoin invested, and it's going to be a lot more in the future. So the more money in a particular asset class, the less volatile it is. That's why you see the blue chip stocks like Apple or Amazon, they're not very volatile because they have so much money in them. But you'll notice the smaller stocks on the New York Stock Exchange, they're very volatile. They can go up or down 30%, things like that, because there's not that much money in them. This is also very interesting news. Russia aims to replace the US dollar reserves with digital assets in the long term. So other countries are looking to get more involved in Bitcoin, Ethereum, some altcoins as for digital assets, replacing, look, the US dollar. Why would they want to hold on to the US dollar? I mean, they are Russia, right? But why would they want to hold on to a dollar that has high inflation when they can be holding onto something, at least a portion of it, like Bitcoin or Ethereum or some other cryptocurrencies that appreciate in value every single year, year after year on average? We are just in the beginning of cryptocurrencies growing, and this type of news just only confirms how bullish cryptos really are. Yes, there might be short-term volatility day to day where it goes up and it crashes and goes down, but year over year, especially some of the cryptocurrencies that we've bought into through the Patreon or through my videos, we've made a lot of money, and we're going to continue to make a lot of money as long as those projects remain to be successful and good projects, which there's a very high chance of them doing so. But wait till countries start to get a hold of Ethereum. Wait till some of these countries start to get more a hold of these other cryptocurrencies. That's when they will really take off. All these cryptos like Solana, like we have seen, make 500% gains. That is nothing in comparison to where these cryptocurrencies could potentially be in the future. Right now is like buying Bitcoin, buying Ethereum, buying some of these altcoins that we have is like getting into Bitcoin in 2013, getting into Bitcoin in 2011 when they were so cheap, especially if we were looking forward to the next 5 to 10 years. So people that are super rich now through crypto were the people that invested many years back. But now we can be those people. We have the opportunity. We have the potential to be those people in the next 5 to 7 years. We can be those really rich people that got in early. Okay, so here is Grayscale. They filed today with the SEC to convert its Bitcoin trust into a Bitcoin ETF. Grayscale, they're the largest holder of Bitcoin in the entire world, and they are trying to get a Bitcoin ETF for themselves. Now, the SEC has to answer them very soon. They have 75 days to review the application and potentially to make a decision. Based on all these Bitcoin ETFs are now getting approved, this will be very good for cryptocurrencies. In 75 days from now, 90 days, that's 2 to 3 months, when more Bitcoin ETFs get approved, this is going to cause cryptocurrencies to continue to go up in a very fast way. So I'm super excited. The single Bitcoin ETF that was trading live today is going to bring $50 billion into Bitcoin in the next several months. That's a lot of money. And then you have more Bitcoin ETFs all compiling upon each other. It's just going to cause more people to have to buy Bitcoin to make the ETFs, and it's going to push up cryptocurrencies like crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into the charts. Look, this is the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. It is not stopping. It is just going up like crazy. And even if it goes down a little bit and consolidates, it pumps right back up. And hours later, a day later, there has been no red days for Bitcoin the last 20 days. Look at this. Each and every one of these candlesticks, this is a daily time frame, represent a day period. There is no red in this, and that is a very good sign. This is what we need to see. But we're not only seeing, like last time Bitcoin hit an all-time high, look at this, there was a lot of volatility trying to get up to the all-time high. Look at up and down and up and down. Bitcoin is not doing that this time. It is going straight up, and that shows you the strength of the crypto market, especially Bitcoin is looking good. Ethereum is starting to make some big moves. Ethereum got a big bounce here just the other day. But Ethereum, what is very interesting is Ethereum is starting to perform, starting to outperform Bitcoin a little bit. And this is also a very good sign. We are seeing just a very healthy uptrend. Hopefully we will break all-time highs here very soon. If Bitcoin breaks all-time highs this weekend, it will be very likely that not soon after we will see Ethereum start to break all-time highs. And we're also seeing the Bitcoin dominance continue to get higher and higher. What I told you about Bitcoin dominance is that means that Bitcoin is outperforming the altcoins, and that Bitcoin is receiving right now the greater market share. The Bitcoin dominance in these Bitcoin seasons goes up very high. Look at this. This was last year in January. Bitcoin dominance reached an all-time high. Bitcoin dominance reached a peak of 73. So right after January 1st, there was a crash in Bitcoin dominance. And then after the crash in Bitcoin dominance, while Bitcoin dominance was going down, that's when Dogecoin, that's when a lot of these altcoins were pumping. So right now, as we were seeing just a year ago, we were starting to see the Bitcoin dominance rise. There's a little bit of volatility in the Bitcoin dominance. And at that time, Bitcoin was making some big moves, and the altcoins were setting up to make their move. So Bitcoin right now is headed back up to those very levels, which means Bitcoin is the one that's going to be outperforming the market most likely for the next 60 days. And the altcoins are going to trade sideways. They may go down. They're not really going to be doing much right now. Sometimes they can pump, sometimes they can go up. Bitcoin dominance doesn't mean that they can't go up, doesn't mean they can't pump. But Bitcoin is going to be receiving the greater market share. But the altcoins are setting up at these discounted prices. So we need to be scooping these altcoins up while they last at these prices. Remember, none of this is financial advice, just my own opinion. So overall, the cryptocurrency market is looking very bullish. And I'm super excited. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Make sure you join that WEBULL. Just deposit $1 so you can get those free stocks worth up to $2,300. Join my Patreon so you can get those trade alerts. You can talk to me on the phone. And I will see you all later. Make sure you smash up the like button below in the comment section. I'll talk to you all later.